This is the Red Hawk. I've painted the whole thing white so it's easier to see. It's not that many pieces. It's a pretty easy build. I'm going to try and make it as clear as possible. We'll start with the body. This is from Tiger Shipyards, the half habitat, half. Two of those snap together. Gives you your main body of your ship. I'm using a vanilla docker on the aft habitat, and on the forward habitat I'm using a screen door from one-of-a-kind ships. That's a bay that you can flip any direction. It's really handy. As you can see, it could be any forward, backwards. So that'll go on the front one. And then the cockpit goes in front of that. So that's giving you your main structure for your habitats. Now, this is lighting that I've put on the side. It's totally optional. You don't need to do this, but I'll show you how to do it real quick. Actually, let me copy that since they're already in the right arrangement, and I'll copy this. So if you want to put one of these together, you grab the Matilija mod, and you get 2 vanilla Horizon weapon mounts. You take a red, well I'm using red, you can do whatever color, spotlight, and you get one aft facing, and then you get one forward facing. And then you take the weapon mount, put it on a box, take the other weapon mount, put it really close to it, and then use left bumper to highlight this entire assembly, then press A twice. And then you can take that mount off and it will then have both spotlights and the other one will be empty. So that's how I made all these, and then these are going to cast red light down underneath the ship. So those go on your habitats. Right there. Now these are landing gears, and this is not how they should be allowed to snap, but I'm going to show you how you can make them do that. Actually, we'll skip the landing gears for now because I gotta get the wings on before we show the landing gears. We don't need that habitat. Okay, weapons. Let's do the weapons. The same way that I put 2 spotlights on the same weapon mount, you can put multiple weapons on the same weapon mount. So these are going to be maybe further back. Let me see. Yeah, that should be good. Oh, too close. You don't want it to like be touching it because it'll merge and it'll just stay there. It won't snap in the right spot. There we go. So if you pull it a little bit further away, it'll have to snap onto exactly the right place, just because that's how it's written. I don't know. I'm not a programmer. Alright. Now I'm using a piece from... Actually, let's put the essentials on first. The Star Wars ships. You can get the Mandalorian ship. It's going to give you this fuel. I just put them on top. Then the Mandalorian ship also gives you this grav drive, super small. The J-type gives you this C-class reactor, and this is Darkstar for the shield. So let's go ahead and put those on. Actually, I'm going to grab the ship, do it that way. Oh, and then I'll just bring the ship back down. What I was doing there is pressing left bumper, highlighting the whole ship, and then pressing A, like we did before with the weapon mounts, but this time it was with those objects. That move is used a lot in glitch building when you're trying to merge things together. Anyways, here we go. The engines are probably the simplest way to show you how to use this item here, Gillibrand plates. So if you get better ship part flips and better ship part snaps, and then you get the expansion for that, it comes with Gillibrand plates. And these are just little equipment plates that have movable snap points. You can press the directional pad to expand or contract how far away you want those snap points. So these are top mounted Avontech engines with a top speed of 300, and I have put them on this Gillibrand plate. Let me get this at the right height. Okay, that's better. So let me move this out here, make it more clear. Grab your whole ship. You can snap it to the Gillibrand plates like this. So that Gillibrand plate is snapping onto the bottom snap point. and it's holding the engines on the side, because these engines don't have a sideways snap point option, but I want them on the side, so that's why I did that. The reason I want them on the side is because these wings from Antares go on the side, and they hide the engines. Let me make sure I've got them at the right spot. You can put them here if you want, but for me, I'm going to go a little further back. Pretty sure this is where I had him. Looks about right. And then I utilized the Deimos bumpers, forward and starboard. But they don't have snap points right here. I'm wanting to put them a little further back. I'll show you why. Yep. I'm only going to need 2 parts to install these. I'm hitting right bumper to highlight this and right bumper to highlight the cockpit, so I can pull that out. Okay, so like I was trying to show, if you snap them here, it looks okay, but it goes like angular and then straight line and then angular. What I want is for it to be like lined up with that, you know. So to do that, we're going to use kilogram plates again. This time, the plate faces sideways. But before I forget, let me copy this one just in case I need it. Now I'll put the bay back on in a second. I gotta take it off to grab that plate. Okay, moving forward. Make sure I copy these so I don't lose them. I don't want to have to scroll through the list and waste your time. Okay, so we can snap the kilogram plate onto this to push it forward. Now we've got options. That's pretty good right there, but it creates this hard edge that sticks out, and I don't want that so much. So what I do for that is copy the kilogram plate and then reduce the size. And then you can put it like halfway. We're still putting this on the far side. Whoops, the other way. Actually, let's just get this on here. So that outside snap point for those kilogram plates is there, and that gives us all these snap points, and now we can line that up. I think I like it here. Might go touching the window. Nah, further back's better. It allows that corner to go all the way up. Alright, so now that I know that's how I want to do that, I'm going to copy those plates and put them on both sides. That's basically my process for measuring with the kilogram plates. You just put them there and then you check, is that where you want the piece, and then you just adjust it by adding pieces and adjusting the distance of the snap points using your directional pad. And you can basically put things wherever you want. So, there we go, got those on the cockpit. We can now put this back on the bay and put that whole thing back on the other habitat. And now, those big Matilija guns just have the barrels poking out of the front, and the weapon that's merged inside of the Matilija guns will shoot lasers out of that same barrel. So it'll make more sense once it's all put together. And now, these landing gears, I have this double assembly of landing gears because I want them to be like right here. Like this. We'll see if the snap points exist, otherwise we'll have to adjust it. Nah, too far forward. Okay. So, let's see what's the best way to do this. We're gonna have to use the sideways one. Let's just put one right there. Well, first off, I forgot to combine them. You need one. So now it's one piece. You can even just grab it like that. Okay. That's the step I was forgetting. Gotta combine them first, then snap them on. And then the snap point should be available. There it is. So y'all saw the issue I was having there for a second was it was snapping. Whoops. I forgot to put this back on. My bad. Okay, so the engines are still in there. Let me check. Yeah, they're still in there. Okay. Like I was saying, the issue I was having, that landing gear was trying to snap too far forward and then too far back. I couldn't get it exactly in the middle, so I pulled it off of the ship and then highlight the ship with left bumper and press A. Ah, there it goes. Just grab the ship to snap it on. Alright, so we got the gears inside the wings. This will do later, this will do later. This is all cosmetic right here. We don't necessarily have to have it, but... Now here's my new engine design. Take these Gillibrand plates on their smallest setting and copy 5 of them and put them together as close as possible so they'll be overlapping. Now you take your engine, this is a cosmetic engine because I already have engines, and put it so the circle is circling the first Gillibrand plate. Now highlight the engine, highlight the engine with right bumper, copy with Y or triangle if you're on PlayStation, and slide it over. Now take the one you just made, copy that, slide it over, press A. Copy that, slide it over, press A. Copy that, slide it over, press A. Now you've got one on each plate, and what you've created is a super wide version of that engine. And because they're all overlapping, all those rocket boosts will actually look like one giant rocket boost. Like instead of little circles, it'll be a big wide one. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. We can delete that. The only error left is separated pieces. Now, if you like it like this, you could just take it, finalize it, whatever. You don't need the rest of this. This is optional. But I did it again. I need this Gillibrand plate. Copy it this time. Okay. Put it back on. There we go. So now we need this for the top pieces. And I think the best way to start is by taking these guys, snap them together. This is from Trinity. And then underneath, do that and make it as small as you can, which is going to be like this. Now we're going to do the same thing. Copy it. Put them as close as you can together. I think that's all you need until you go to the edge. Now we'll take the back piece and copy it, and we're going to slide it backwards. Got one more? Yeah, I got more. Okay. So now we have a super long version of that. I'm just going to snap on here, I believe. Like right here. Let me see if that overlaps. I don't like that. I'm gonna put one more Gillibrand plate. On that snap point. I don't know, just to see if I can get it to go in the right spot. I need it a little further back. There it is. Okay. Just picked up the ship to do that. Now this is for the tail. I did the Gillibrand plates first because they provide a lot of snap points that let us adjust the tail to be exactly at the back of the ship like this. Unless you want it like inside the wings, but I prefer it all the way back. Now we'll see if there's a plate here can be used. That's tricky. Oh, no, I didn't go all the way back with that. This is what goes all the way back. Okay, let me see. Ah, my camera. That's better, okay. Don't want it there. There we go, okay. Now let me put it over the spot I need. Now grab the ship and try to just lift it straight up. Nope. A little further back. Nope. A little further back. There it is. Okay. And I think I actually am... Okay, so we don't need these. Those are extra. But I think I actually am going to try to put that piece a little bit further back. But I'll do that later. Now, since I've got red lights on it, I'm going to paint it. Dark gray on the first two colors, and we'll go bright red on number 3. Except on the cockpit. That I'm going to do on number 1. And then all the engines. I think that's all of them. Those I'll take the red off of 3. Okay. That's the completed Red Hawk. Take it up to space and show you guys what it looks like. Inside the ship is just a couple of small habitats. You've got your docker here. You've got your bay here. Here's the cockpit. It's got 2 sides to it. Up here is probably the easiest way to get over to the seat, but you can also walk down here, and it's got another like console. And I guess this is like extra storage or something? I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. Either way. We're in Hopetown, so let's see how the takeoff goes. Sometimes with these mods, it'll make the parts act weird on a takeoff right after its first build. If that happens, all you have to do is go back, swap to a different ship, and swap back to this one. And this one has an awesome takeoff there because the landing gears come up into those little spots in between the hinges for the wings. It looks like it's made to go together. Here we are in space. In the Red Hawk. Here's cockpit view. Let me get rid of these quests. I'll show you. See what I mean with those engines? It creates like a super wide version. Yeah, there it is, Red Hawk.